a wonderful Wednesday. Let's win some money. Let's go. Good evening to you all. Welcome to Last Minute Betting with the Sports Nuts, Bob and Mike. Your quick fix for sports betting. Brought to you by OddsJam, the premier odds comparison company. All kinds of things going on tonight. Don't forget about you want 20% off your new OddsJam subscription. Use the code Bob20 or Mike20. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. And folks, follow us on Twitter. I am 10 followers away from $1,000. So let's get there, man. Let's go. Go there now. Music performed by me, written by me and Mike. Little last minute betting theme song. And already won a bet today from the Positive EV page. Just got a DM from Scott Cobe, and the soccer bet won today. It was a team total. They scored 1 goal. They had to get over a half a goal, and they got it. So we won. It was plus 117. So $25 got me $59 and a quarter. So there you go. There's a start to a wonderful Wednesday. Alan is here. As always, what's up with you, Alan? Good to see you.
What is up, Alan?
Mike, crazy game last night between Seattle and Dallas. All of Dallas's goals scored by Joe Pavelski. I was on the under in that game. It went over in the first period, and Seattle wins in overtime. You had that one right, but by golly, Toronto let you down.
Yeah, Toronto did let me down. Steven Batts is in the house. Howdy, everyone. Mike, time to hammer Stars minus 20, 120 for the series. I agree. Randall, I was on the Kraken last night just because the Stars had that, kind of a layoff. They were well rested, and I thought they would come out maybe a little sluggish, which they did. Now, they did make it more of a game than what I kind of anticipated, but I took the Kraken last night on the money line. I like Dallas for the series. I love them game 2 for sure. But yeah, I'm with you. I still am riding them to win this series. I think they get the job done. Last night was just the night that they weren't going to win. I mean, Seattle's riding momentum after a game 7. They just played the night before, and sometimes in hockey, that being well-rested stuff works against you. And for Dallas, it kind of did last night early on. I love them to win the series still. You can laugh, Bob. Dallas is winning this series.
I'm laughing. I'm not laughing. I'm smiling. I'm just going to.
Yeah, I'm just smiling because you're wanting to laugh.
No. I was on the under. I had no pick in that game. I'm just going to tell you this, okay? Seattle exposed some of Ottinger's weaknesses, okay? Mm-hmm. And that is to the blocker, stick side, up high. He has a weakness there. He has a tendency to go down. It's left exposed, and that's all I'm saying, man.
Well, to me, all that means is that Ottinger will be aware of all that. If Bob Lagrasso's aware of those things, I can assure you Jake Ottinger is aware of those things.
No, he doesn't have
trust. And
he does not have me as his goaltending coach.
I have full trust and full confidence that he will make adjustments. And I love a team in a situation like this, especially at home, where they're the team that kind of has to come out and make some adjustments. And I think Dallas will, and I think it'll go a long ways, not just for game 2, but for the rest of the series. They're an experienced group of guys. You mentioned Joe Pavelski. He's been around the block a couple of times, man. Hey. And his presence is going to be a big difference in this series. Really, they about stole that game and made me look bad last night. And I kind of looking back now, seeing how excited you are rooting against Randall and his future.
I'm not rooting against him. I'm not rooting against him. I'm just going to say Pavelski's deflection on his second goal was a thing of
Well, that's
pure
vintage
excellence. There's nobody in hockey that does it like Pavelski. He actually tipped it off of the shaft of the stick. It was a beautiful goal, just beautiful. Nobody does it like him. Greg Voice is here. What's up? And the Kraken did look good. Don't underestimate him. This is at least
that's why I said I think this series goes
6 to 7.
Maybe. I do think Dallas could close it out in 6, but I wouldn't be shocked if it goes 7. It's Stanley Cup playoffs. You're going to see that kind of stuff. Seattle's a solid road team. Maybe they do steal another one in Dallas at some point. I don't think it'll be game 2, but maybe it's another game, and it probably does at least go 6. Wouldn't be surprised.
You don't want it to be game 5 or game 7. If it's going to be another game, it'd have to be game 2.
No, if Dallas wins game 2 and then turns around and wins the 2 in Seattle, goes up 3-1, they may lose game 5 in Dallas, and then they close it out in 6. We'll see.
Tony's here. Grit and Grind's here. Greg says, as Popeye said, methinks it's time to stop fading Florida and Seattle.
Yeah, a ton of value on them at minus 120. Stars minus 1.5 tomorrow. Worth a look at. I think Dallas bounces back in a big way. You got to remember as well that, what was it, a 4-goal first period for Seattle. The rest of the game, Dallas started to get into their game a little more and really almost stole game 1, which, again, everything looked according to plan to me. I thought that Dallas may start out a little rough. They did, but they got it together and about stole that game. So I love Dallas to make adjustments and come back game 2.
They should win game 2.
Well, and I think that we can take a look at that puck line. There's a reason the books are heavily favoring them tomorrow. I mean, look at the value that you're getting them on the money line now, minus like 210 or worse. I mean, yeah, I think it's Stars minus 1.5 potentially tomorrow.
Don't talk about minus 210 to me and Tony because we had Boston game 7, so I don't want to hear it.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying there's a reason that you're getting that value on Dallas. The books know that the Stars are they took that game and almost stole it, and they're going to carry that momentum and make adjustments game 2, and they may mop the floor with them.
As much as I like to say that the books know, and I hear you and Randall talk like this, if they knew, then why in the hell did Colorado and Boston both lose their series and game 7, which were both minus 210 and minus 220? At this point, I've got to call BS on that. It's hockey.
Because they were 2 of the favorites heading into this whole thing.
You never know.
They were 2 of the favorites heading into the whole thing.
The Faves didn't
Dallas
win.
wasn't.
The books were wrong.
Can I finish?
Dallas was in the top 5. You are completely wrong. Dallas was in the top 5.
Okay, what, 5th?
Going into the play. So what? That's top 5.
Well, I don't want to hear it. That's not as good as first or second.
It's a puck bouncing. You cannot control.
Thank you, Randall. Thank you. He wouldn't let me talk. They were minus 280 game 1. The books adjusted. What were they going to do? Going to make Boston minus 120? Exactly. I mean,
bottom line is the books were wrong. They were wrong. They were wrong. Boston did not win. Colorado.
Okay, they didn't win.
They were wrong. They were wrong.
Okay, I want you to bet Seattle tomorrow, please. So I know how much to put on.
I'm not going to bet Seattle. I'm not betting Seattle.
Yeah, you're skating around it this year.
No, I'm not. I'm not betting Seattle. I'm not making myself look silly, Randall.
Exactly.
It's hockey.
No,
hockey
you are.
Has a puck and ice. It is different than any other sport. And if you don't think so, you better go have your head examined. All right.
Didn't say it wasn't.
That's what I got to say.
The books know this. The books know the sport.
No, they don't.
Oh, they don't.
If they did, then how come college basketball, they were way off on their lines for player props? They didn't know.
That's because they didn't offer player props the majority of the year, and they had to,
let me tell
hurry
you
up.
something.
And yeah, that was a good chance to take advantage.
I've been betting more hockey than you or Randall could imagine all year. I want you to listen.
And Randall's 10-0.
The books made adjustments on the money line, okay? All year long. You weren't getting great odds on the money line all year long. So they made the adjustments. The year before, it was easier. This year, it was tougher. I know I did it every day. You two didn't. So falling into a 10-0 winning.
Falling in. Oh, my. You don't go 10-0 by accident, my man.
Oh, you do too when it's hockey. Come on.
You do not.
Yeah. All right, let's go. I got to give Randall some crap because he thinks he's hot stuff, and I got to put him in his place.
Hook, line, and sinker.
Do you have a parlay?
I do have a parlay tonight. I do.
All right, good.
I do.
Tell me what it is.
Yeah, I'm going to jump into this. And, the first leg, I am going with Carolina. This is kind of disappointing for Carolina and New Jersey. They both had more points than Toronto, yet they have to play each other in this second round. Devils, definitely a big Game 7 win, but I think that Carolina steps it up on home ice, 28-10-3 at home in the regular season. We know they are very good at home. New Jersey's a good road team, so definitely could lean either way on this one. But the Carolina's defense has been solid. 15 goals allowed in the first round. Adding Brent Burns, was a huge move for them. Loved that addition. That's made their defense that much better. So I do like Carolina, a team that I've been high on to get the job done Game 1. And the next route I'm taking, I'm on Vegas. I've been on them as well to get to the Stanley Cup Finals potentially. But here we go. I'm going to take Edmonton Game 1 tonight. And the reason why is Edmonton did win this season series 3-1 against Vegas. And my mind said take Vegas tonight, and I thought I'm going to go opposite of that. I'm going to take Edmonton because of reasons like that. Bob, Edmonton scored 25 goals against Los Angeles.
Your logic there, the going opposite.
But remember, Game 1, Vegas did drop to Winnipeg, and they did have that game where they gave up a lot of goals against a Winnipeg team that wasn't very good offensively most of the year. And you got to figure that Edmonton capitalizes on that if Vegas gives you that kind of effort. I'm going to go with Edmonton tonight as well on the money line and Carolina for this parlay tonight.
Okay.
Really tough ones. We're getting down to the nitty gritty. It's tough to want to pick to do parlays. Should single bet like I say, because last night Seattle money line would have gotten you a nice payout.
Yeah. Hey, I've got no room to talk here. Last night sucked for me. It was terrible. It was terrible. Couldn't get the over, couldn't get the under. It was, it was terrible all the way around. So, and Toronto sucked. Oh yeah, Pavelski's making. Yes, thank you. Him and Brett Hall,
Jacob, for sure.
Two of the best ever.
For sure.
Jordan Thackeray's here. All right.
What's up, Jordan and Jacob? Yeah, I mean, that's going to be – they got by Minnesota without Pavelski, and now they get him back. You see what kind of difference he makes in his playoff experience, his ability to tip pucks in front of the net. Yes, probably as good as anybody you've ever seen, which is why Dallas is a team that very, very well – I mean, you look at what's left. They're the only Central Division team left. Edmonton doesn't play a lot of great defense. Vegas, hit and miss. If they get by Seattle, they do have a great chance of getting to the Stanley Cup Finals. They were just there not long ago. I believe that was in the bubble, right?
Yeah. Yes, it was.
So
here's the only thing going against them. Okay, I agree with you 100%.
What's going against them?
Randall picking them to go to the Stanley Cup Finals because he picked the Islanders and the Rangers the last 2 years. Okay,
this means he's due, which is scary.
No, it means that it's
because this is even bigger.
It means it's his third time trying to do this. and he's trying to bet a sport that
Just
he
means
doesn't
he's due,
really understand.
and this one is for all the marbles and the ones he lost back. So get ready. If this
Didn't
comes
happen.
through, you'll never hear the end of it.
And if it doesn't come through, it'll
Then
be another loser. Come on.
10-0 though.
That's
You got to take that into
picking-
consideration too.
Bet
I mean,
every-
this is just
bet
a
it-
futures bet.
Bet every game and we'll talk.
Get
Bet
off.
every game and we'll talk. When you have the balls to do that, then we'll talk. All right. And let me put something else here. Betting at least 2 to 4 player props every single game. If you can be positive after all of those bets, and I can tell you right now, folks, I'm over 100 bets, and we're just starting the second round. Okay? Do you not understand? There's going to be a ton of bets before this is all over. You just got to grind it out. You know what I look at this like, guys? It's like the baseball season. Every day is a grind.
Well, 10-0 is pretty good. 10-0 is pretty good. I don't know what else to say.
I agree. Great
job. 100-0 better than 10-0? Yeah, it would be. But 10-0's
Great job. Great job.
1-800 gambler. Yeah. Exactly. That's all that tells us, Bob. You have a serious problem.
No, I said I'm true to my word. I said I would bet every single playoff game. I would make a pick in every game.
And they appreciate your donations that you've made. You could be.
Yeah, well, actually, I'm up money, so
okay,
I'm all right.
We're great. That's
right.
what we are happy for you. We're not like you. We're not like you. We don't root against you.
Want to go look at my bet tracker? You know what? It's hard to be happy when, it's not over, man. I mean, it's a long way to go. Here's my problem here. You've watched enough hockey, Mike. You know that anything can happen.
Yeah, that's why I took Seattle last night to win.
Remember the game-winning goal on the first cup that Chicago won with Patrick Kane and Jonathan Toews? Do you remember the game-winning goal? You don't, do you?
Yeah,
nobody
I actually do.
Nobody
Against the
even
Flyers,
knew the puck was in the net. Nobody even knew.
Against the Flyers,
except for Kane. Nobody knew. Anything can happen. Bounce of a puck. It's a puck. It's not a ball. All right.
Very true. We'll get off this because Jordan, that summed it up right there. He will always be the hockey guy. We get it. You bet a lot.
You're right.
You
know what, Jordan? You haven't been on the show recently, and next time you're on, I may have to put you in your place. All right, let's get to Tony. We got to get to these picks real quick in the Wells Fargo by the Golf Gurus, taking over Twitter land. Here are the outright: Spieth, Young, Hovland, Burns, in Woodland. Top 5: McIlroy, Young, Morikawa, Hovland, and On. Top 10: Spieth, Homa, Fleetwood, Bradley, and Hostler. And top 20: Burns, Thigala, Jaeger, Poston, and Boccia. Now I got to tell you, somebody told me today, Bob, we haven't seen you on one of your rants lately. We really miss it. And you know what?
You've got it. You've got it all right here.
I came through.
Tonight, we got it. The right guys showed up too. Randall, appreciate it. Jordan, appreciate it. Let's get him going and let's get him riled up then. If that's what people want, I love it. That's what people will get. And as I just put in the chat, Bob, anyone remember the 2019 Bud Light? Hey, you want to take this road again? You want to go down it again?
I don't know. Randall hasn't paid off his bet yet, so no sense of betting with him.
You owe him a dinner still from 2018.
Long time ago. All he had to do was go there. Sorry. That's long over with. Is a feature.
Yeah, you didn't pay up.
Awesome. Look at that. I love it. This was done live here. Okay.
This was done on the radio.
Here. This was done here, worldwide web. Sorry, man. Randall, you're being a Welch. You either pay up or shut up. There we go. All right.
Well, I guess he'll there you go. I will just go years without paying up like Bob. Yeah. And then we'll just say, well, that was a long time ago.
Yeah. The only thing is that, you're kind of an important guy now. Back then you weren't nothing. Oh!
Oh my gosh. Saying that to the guy who freaking gave you your platform. Man, Bob.
Let me tell you something, buddy. Nobody gives me a platform. I take that son of a gun.
You did. Yeah, you do. You do take it.
All right. So, you know what? I'm just having fun and having a good time. I got to tell you this. I got to tell you this story. Okay. I was talking to a guy from Georgia yesterday, and I was helping him with the fantasy screen and doing prize picks. Now, you and I came up with a prize picks last night. It lost. But the one that I came up with for this guy, it hit last night. And he emailed me and told me, Biggs, it hit. He bet it.
Well, it's variance. Cool. It's variance, Bob. Let's be fair.
Yes. No, I know.
Don't judge our prize picks entry that we do on this show because it's just one entry last minute. If you want to be profitable on prize picks, underdog, and those DFS books, you really need to get a few different entries out at least. You know, a lot of guys that you see, obviously Alex is a great example, but even other people that are having a little bit of success, you talk to them and you see they're getting out several entries in a day. So the fantasy screen is something you want to utilize for your DFS plays, but you want to get volume out like with anything. You just can't do one entry in a day and say, well, it didn't hit. This is worthless. No, you got to give it. You got to be fair to it. That's like betting one bet in a day and going, I went 0-1. This don't work. Well, maybe 3 more and you would have been 3-1. You know, so
unless you bet one hockey game every 3 days.
You just can't get off that.
Then you can do
getting out variance when you have an edge. Let me specify getting out variance when you have an edge, not just betting it to bet it like this guy does. Get an actual edge. I don't bet it just
to bet it. I bet it to be the man.
I
did, baby. I'm all fired up.
Hooked him. I'm
ready to go. I can take both of these guys on right now. I'm telling you, put me in a boxing ring. I'll George Foreman you both. All right.
Jeez. After you drink your 2019 Bud Light, huh?
I'm actually going to have probably a Busch Light here in a bit. All right. So
that's fair.
Let's get rolling here. We got positive EV to do and we got prize picks to do. By the way, remember last night I did the LeBron taco play? 22.5.
Yeah, missed by
the hook again.
Yeah, well, we talked about it last night. This is why it was so hard with player props last night. 25 plus for LeBron and Steph. Sounds like it should go according as planned, but Anthony Davis, if he's gonna be the guy, which they need him to be to win this series and continue on, because here's the thing, Bob. The last series against Memphis, Anthony Davis had a little bit more of somebody to deal with. He had Jaren Jackson Jr., who's the defensive player of the year he had to deal with. Now in this series, Kevon Looney's a good rebounder, and I'll give you credit. You said Looney would continue to rebound. He did, but guess what he didn't do? He didn't keep Anthony Davis off the boards, and he didn't keep him from scoring. So Anthony Davis is going to have a heyday in this series, which will help the Lakers to not only – have won game 1, but it will help them win this series. And Randall put out a futures on them to win this series before it started. Loved that. Loved it. That's just, there's no doubt in my mind. Anthony Davis is going to be the X factor here. So if you took LeBron and Steph 25 plus, LeBron, you missed by that much. And that's the reason why is because Anthony Davis, he's going to be the guy.
The Blues aren't playing anybody. They suck, like your Red Wings. Busch Light here, too. Now, look, somebody said this the other day in morning coffee, all right? As long as Anthony Davis doesn't get a hangnail, they'll be okay. But anytime he gets a little injury, he goes out. That's what the oh, great voice. The toilet. Yeah. Woo.
Great voice coming in with the absolute Roast.
You got my back, bro.
Yeah, to an extent, that's right. But I think that remember, they did win a title in the bubble, and he, as far as I know, he didn't get a hangnail, so we could be looking good now.
No,
he got all his hangnails out of the way.
I agree. Just somebody said that in the chat the other day. I thought it was funny.
No, yeah, I mean it is kind of funny, but
Lakers. It's going to be Lakers in Denver in the conference final. I totally believe that.
Looking that way, and it's looking like if that happens, I got to be honest with you. I think I would ride the Lakers again. I really do.
We got you going there, Mr. Detroit. Detroit, Rock City, my butt. All right. Mike, positive EV or prize picks? What do you got?
Let's hit positive EV first because I'd like to lock in some bets right now anyway. So let me get my filters adjusted here. Turn my main filters on. Hit refresh. And we'll jump into some positive EV betting. Brandon Lau, under 0.5 player hits. Risky one for sure. Definitely good value considering what everywhere prices this play at, getting plus 165 when average odds are plus 137. Can't get any better than plus 130 on it.
Isn't that Brandon Lowe?
No, it's Lau.
It is? With an
Brandon
E?
Lau. Yeah. That's how you pronounce it. Ask Tony. Tony will tell you.
Okay.
I mean, but again, it's risky. This is a really good hitter. Looking at the pitching matchup tonight, you got Keller and McClanahan. Should be a pretty good battle. Couple of undefeated pitchers. So, look, I'll go with it for the value. I'm gonna go lock this one in. It's a heavy underdog play. I'm not putting as much as they're wanting me to put on it. I'm gonna put half a unit on it and lock that one in because, again, it is pretty decent value. And with Keller on the mound, maybe he does keep the Rays at bay a little bit.
Grit and Grind says Cash, Davis, and Looney rebound props all series. I think you're right.
Probably.
Okay, very good.
Brogdon, I can't touch that one. There was value on his over earlier. I'll stay away from that.
You were correct in that pronunciation, by the way.
I know I was.
Okay.
I know I was. This Blue Jays minus 2.5 on Fliff. If you're using Fliff, I don't hate it. Manoah's got to get going. Who's pitching for Boston? It's Pivetta, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
So I wouldn't hate sprinkling a little bit on this Blue Jays run line for sure. I like that one. Tyrese Maxey, again, I got a play on that. Looks like value's ripping in the opposite direction. I'll stay away from that. Joey Gallo under 0.5 hits. Let's look at this one. You're getting plus odds on this, and average odds are minus 120. BetMGM, Caesars, DraftKings, Fliff, PointsBet, evenly priced. Looks like literally just about every book either favors this side pretty heavily or has it evenly priced. Yet we're getting plus 102. We're already hammering Bet Rivers and Barstool because they're falling asleep. So we will go lock that one in as well. And I'll put a half a unit on that. Bet Rivers, Barstool, same odds company, wherever you want to hammer it at. Looks solid. How about this Castro play over 0.5 hits? Minus 110 on Bet Rivers or Barstool. Every book favoring this. PointsBet's at minus 150. They're really ripping you off on PointsBet on this play. And so is Fliff. So is Caesars pretty good. So, yeah, I mean, this is one that I'm going to lock in for a half a unit as well. And then I also like to look, all right, what's my win probability on this? I'm at about a 53% win probability on this play. So definitely like jumping on that one for sure. That's Tampa Bay, Pittsburgh. And we'll take that one. Let's go back up to the top, hit refresh, and just see if there's anything else that's popped up with a higher edge. Not a lot that I'm going to hit. Like I said, there's a couple that are, I mean, Philadelphia on the spread tonight may be worth on Fliff. I mean, that's the plus 5.5, but probably worth taking a look at. James Harden over 8.5 assists. I do love this. Go bet this right now, Bob, if you would. It's on BetMGM. Plus 115 you're getting on it. I think James Harden dishes tonight. We saw James Harden the scorer. Let's see James Harden the disher. So go lock that one in right now. I do like that. Embiid coming back. I think it's pretty well for sure he's playing tonight. Man, what's up with the Lakers still plus 6.5? I mean, why is everybody on Golden State so heavy this series?
I don't know.
I really don't either.
All right, I have a
lines
question.
Are ripping towards the Lakers, though.
I have a question for the group.
Yo,
that is here. I have a little dollar free bet on Points Bet. They're doing this every day for same game parlay. And I want to put together 5 legs. Do I take this? Do I take the Celtics to cover minus 7.5? Grit and Grind says he likes Harden over 2.5 threes. You like Harden over 8.5 assists.
Yeah, Harden's going to continue to be a big part of this series. No two ways about it. Whether Embiid's in or not, if he's not in, like you saw a game which he is tonight, but yeah, you're still going to see him contribute some offensively, like that play at over 2.5 threes, and like him with some assists as well. So
okay, you can only make one play on a player. So which would you go with? Threes or assists?
For a
same game parlay. For a same game parlay.
Oh, for a same game parlay. I got you. I didn't know I'd take both of them individually for sure.
Right.
Man, I don't know. I don't know which one I like more.
Jacob, send me an email with your problem to bob@oddsjam.com, and I'll forward it to somebody, or you can send it to Randall@oddsjam.com, and he'll take care of it. All right?
He's having Vegas
a login problem.
This Vegas under 3.5 team total looks good at minus 130. A lot of books have this juiced heavily in the minus 160 range. I'm on Edmonton tonight, so it would make sense that Vegas does have the under 3.5 here, 3 goals or less, and Edmonton gets the job done. So if you're on Fliff, I would lock that one in right now. And that's all I got for now. If you want to do a prize picks, we can.
We're going to, but I'm in the midst of trying to do this parlay with you guys. I've got James Harden over 2.5 player made threes, and the Celtics minus 7.5.
I don't like minus 7.5 Celtics tonight necessarily. Okay. I mean, that's just me.
Want me to try to buy some points?
It's up to you, man. I don't know. I don't know how much I'm sold on Boston. I mean, you got to remember they played Atlanta.
You're not going to help me at all, are you?
Well, they went 6 games with Atlanta. 2 of those games they won by 8 points. So if you're taking a minus, what'd you say, 7.5, 8.5?
Yeah. What if I take them at minus 4.5 or 5.5?
Maybe. But honestly, I don't know, Bob. I would not be surprised here if the Sixers do it again.
No, that ain't going to happen. Come on.
Okay.
Come on. You don't really believe that, do you?
Not necessarily, but I haven't really got a good feel on this right now in this game. I loved Philly the first game, at least covering wise. Didn't sprinkle any money line.
Do you guys like the under or the over in this game? It's 216.5.
Would probably lean towards the over.
Okay.
I mean, you had what's it at?
216.5.
I mean, yeah, you had more than that in the first game by a long shot, so I would probably go with the over.
Okay. Well, I got a 3-leg parlay for plus 375, but I'd like to go even more than that. But you guys aren't going to help me, so we'll just go with that.
Yeah, add.
Already did it. Done.
Okay, well there you go.
Let's go.
All right, Prize Picks, right?
Right. Yes, sir.
Tyrese Maxey under 25.5 points and rebounds is our first play. We'll roll with that.
All right.
Second play, we'll take D'Anthony Melton under 8.5 points. Sticking in this only NBA game tonight.
Okay.
The first two. I'll roll with this one on the under runs. Julio Rodriguez under 0.5 runs. We'll take that one.
Okay.
These have been kind of hit and miss, but I think this one we'll roll with.
Yeah, they've been very hit and miss. Okay. That's 3.
Let's go with Willy Adames over 1.5 player bases.
Yeah, that's been there all day at the top.
I like that one. I like Adames on his over bases. And then the next one I kind of like too. It's Chris Bryant over 1.5 player bases. So that will give us 5. Simple as that, everybody.
There you go.
These plays that are green are the plays that you can expect to have a high enough win percentage for you to be profitable over time. And you want to be on all of these ones that are green. And you can see here, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you got almost enough for 2 entries right off the bat. So that's what you want to do, is utilize this screen for those of you that are using it. If you're not using it, you need to sign up and get on the plan.
Thank you, Grit and Grind. Alt line 76ers plus 10.5, which actually I think was a positive EV play at one point in time today. Let me share my screen and let's get to the prize picks and let's look at them. Tyrese Maxey over or less than 25.5 points and rebounds. D'Anthony Melton less than 8.5 points. J-Rod Julio Rodriguez under 0.5 runs. Willy Adames over 1.5 total bases, and Chris Bryant over 1.5 total bases. I didn't even know he was still playing, man.
Wow, how'd you not know he was still playing?
I thought he was going to be a Hall of Famer. Some guy told me that, when he was with the Cubs.
That guy was doing some stuff.
No, he wasn't. He doesn't do that.
Well, he likes the Cubs so much. He was hoping that would happen, but
I'm going to cowbell it. Bless my bets. I've already won 2 bets today. Already. I'm up like 50-something bucks right now. Well, how about you? No,
I don't have anything out right now. They're all going to be starting soon.
I know. I won a soccer bet today.
Good. That's why you use OddsJam. That's why you use OddsJam, man.
That's right, baby. Thank you, guys. Grit and Grind, Alan, Jacob, Randall, Tony, Jordan, Greg Voice, my man, coming to my defense.
Somebody's got to.
I don't owe him nothing. Randall.